Hello and welcome. Let's finish the third draft of my sapphic YA Hamlet retelling. Start off the day strong with a to-do list that I made, and then my camera died, so I immediately went to Barnes & Noble to take advantage of their 50% off sale for hardcovers. Worth it. And then I came home and got into editing. I used the record method to start out, which is an ADHD focus method that I kind of came up with based off the Pomodoro method, where you play a record, and when one side is done and it resets, when you get up to flip it over, you take a little break, do whatever you want for a couple minutes, and then get back to it. I know that when I do the Pomodoro method, I always just focus on the timer, so this is a kind of more organic way to do that. And then after editing for a bit, I made myself lunch, which was this delicious pesto tuna melt. I know it looks gross because it's green, but that's just because pesto. Then I was on to Diet Coke number 2, and I was going to start editing, but my brain just wasn't with it, so I took a cleaning break and cleaned my bathroom while listening to my Hot Girl Walk playlist. And then I opened up my dog's bark box, which she obviously was very excited about. She chose which toy she wanted to play with first. Her name is Shakespeare. She's like a border collie pit bull rescue, and she is the love of my life. You'll see way too much of her in all of my videos because I'm obsessed with her. And then I got back to editing. I also lit a candle while I was working. This is another ADHD focus method that I like to use because our scent and our memory are super closely linked in our brains. So when you light a candle every single time that you work, your brain starts associating that smell with working, and then it's a lot easier to get into the right mentality, which is helpful if you have ADHD. And after working for a couple of hours, I got ready to go to dinner because my brother was still in town from the holidays. So I wanted to spend some time with him and his girlfriend and my parents. So got all ready. I went for a pretty simple look, didn't do any makeup. And then after coming back from dinner, I changed into cozy clothes with the full intention of doing some more editing. But the glass of wine that I had at dinner hit once I put on this big cozy sweatshirt, and my brain shut off. And the next morning I got breakfast with my brother and his girlfriend because it was their last day in town. Then I went home and I was like, I'm going to start editing right away. And instead I spent an hour making a TikTok that got 200 views, but it'd be like that. Then I actually did start editing. I don't think I mentioned, but my goal for my third draft was to cut down a lot on fluff and all the little kind of extraneous details that I had in there, because my second draft was 126,000 words, and the genre norm for YA kind of thrillers is 90 to 100,000. So before I query, I needed to get it down to normal length. Then I edited the last chapter and finished and cried because I always cry at the end. And then I took a little bookstore break, went to Small World Books with my brother and his girlfriend, and they had this very cute bookstore cat. Loved it. I went home afterwards, had a little something to eat because I didn't eat a ton at breakfast, and then got into cozy clothes because I knew I wasn't going to be going anywhere for the rest of the day, and I'm not the kind of monster that sits at home in jeans when I don't have a reason to, and I have this giant blanket hoodie. So after cracking open a Diet Coke, I got ready to do some more editing, and then I had to take a break because
if my engine works perfect on empty, I guess I'll try.
Personally, I have to limit the amount of Noah Kahn I listen to because otherwise it's just that me crying on my couch all the time. And then it was back to editing. I'm really obsessed with writing at night right now because I still have my Christmas decorations up. I'm recording this voiceover a week later and they're still up because it's just so cute and cozy to write in. Next day, I was really determined today was going to be the day that I was going to finish this draft. So I sat down first thing in the morning and got right to it, just really diving into those chapters that I'm taking another pass at. So technically it's kind of draft 4, but it's more like draft 3.5 because I wasn't doing a full rewrite of everything. And luckily Shakespeare was also in to just buckle down and write this morning. She was being absolutely adorable, as per usual. I officially did it. I'm officially below 100,000 words. Sphere is distressed because let me reenact what it looked like when I updated my spreadsheet and it told me I was below 100,000 words. Click. And then I scared you. Shakespeare does not care at all. She's like, how could you disturb my slumber? This means it's query time.
you.